Hello, everyone. Welcome to 5 Questions with LeRoy Butler.
I'm so happy when this whole segment is going to be about the defense.
I don't think so.
Oh, boy. Well, you media guys,
we'll spend about 10 seconds on the defense.
All right.
And let's go right to the meat.
It's your show, so do what you want.
It's not my show. It says up on there. I just steer you in the right direction.
You're a good navigator.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
But
I appreciate
I'm a little
that.
worried today, though.
So what do you want to talk about
because
today?
I think everybody is not feeling this shutout. The first one since, what, 2010 or something?
Yep.
It was all what happened with Aaron Rodgers in the offense and Mike McCarthy. What's their relationship like? And when Aaron, so goes Aaron, really goes Packer Nation. Because he cares. If the guy wouldn't said anything, he just got all the money. Oh, he's just taking the money, and he's just not telling us anything, but he really expressing himself, and people look deeper into it to say they have a problem with each other, and I just don't see that.
I don't know how you can listen to what he had to say and think that he doesn't have a problem with McCarthy. I expected to come into the media auditorium and he would be like, yeah, we got the shutout, we played pretty well, we're not there yet. And he comes in and it's like, he had just lost his puppy. It was a worst performance, terrible, all of this and that, doom and gloom. And then he starts talking about the plan and won't say how much input he has, and you could tell he was not happy with McCarthy. Now, the question is, should he have done it in that venue?
Well, that's a beautiful question. I think he tries to be consistent. Aaron tries to be honest with you guys. He tried to be consistent, but at the same time, he's leading a charge of a bunch of young guys who will look to him, how do you deal with adversity, and how do you deal with success as well. Aaron cares, okay? So sometimes, when he's having a debate, it seems like a debate with the media about who's really running the offense. That's when, remember years ago against Cincinnati on the sideline, him and McCarthy had a disagreement?
Yes, yeah.
And that's when it all started. And it made me think about something, Tom. Both guys need each other. Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, it's like a marriage. And I've said this before. It's like a marriage. You don't always debate with your wife. Sometimes, even if she's wrong, you say, honey, you're right, just to make it work. This is Mike McCarthy's offense. Now, they said they were going to retool or do something with it when Joe Philbin came in. I get all that. But it still runs through Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers has to understand that the only reason why I'm a 2-time MVP and I'm a Hall of Famer is because of Mike McCarthy's system, overall system. And they'll give him freedom to do things, but he has to handle the success and the failures the same. Okay. But this wasn't, to me, a failure. I mean, I know you want to score. I know you want to be like the Patrick Mahomes kid that throws it all over the place.
Right.
But you also have a running back that's pretty good, and you got to try to filter him in there somewhere. Aaron Jones.
I wonder if he's just looking at Jared Goff,
Trubisky threw for 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, Matt Nagy, these new era of offensive coordinators, DiFilippo, you have these guys who are pretty innovative, take a lot of, run some pretty exotic plays at times. Doug Peterson, you see them doing stuff, and McCarthy's conservative. He believes in running his system, and that's it. I mean, I think Mike Holmgren was the same way. He wasn't overly, he just believed his plan was going to put guys in the best position to win, and then it was up to them to win.
No, you're right. You're 100% correct with that. Randall Cobb not being there means it's a void somebody has to fill.
Yeah.
Montgomery was going to do that, moving out into the slot. Stay tuned for X's and O's because we bring up something with the offense for protection. But somebody was going to fill that void. Okay, so your best friend is not playing. It's still fun.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still fun. I know he wants to get Devontae Adams a lot of balls, and I know you want to get Jimmy Graham the ball. But McCarthy is basically saying, let's do it when the confines of the offense, and everybody can be happy. But, you know, when it's a shutout, you usually think the defense will get all the headlines, and they just didn't.
Okay, I'm going to pose this to you. So when you were playing and you thought your defensive coordinators were getting too conservative, you would come to me and give me a great quote, and then I would be the one who got yelled at by the coach for the story that I wrote, and then you would get to blitz more.
Yeah, that's true.
So is Aaron Rodgers making a public plea here, like, let's get more creative? Let's find different ways.
That's a good question.
You know,
because sometimes we as players can talk to our coaches without talking to our coaches.
Right, right.
And I think that's the reason why you call it a marriage, because it ain't always peaches and creams, but ultimately we love each other, respect each other, and we're never going to divorce. Divorces are lame. Arguments are lame. The coach is a coach, I'm the player. The coach is actually going to help me get to the next level and make a lot of money, and that's what's happened. And I ultimately will put the coach in the Hall of Fame because I'm going to help him win a lot of games. When you have two guys like this, two alpha males, you have to understand that someone has to be the leader, someone has to be the follower.
Right.
I just believe that McCarthy is the leader, and he will help Aaron get to the next level and get innovative like he really wants.
Don't be so stuck in your ways that you may be the leader, but part of being a leader is letting other people in, you know? So I don't know. I see it on both sides, and here's all I know is they have to fix it. They have to fix that relationship, or, you know, then split them up.
See, I don't necessarily think it's anything broken. One guy has a 1-year extension. One guy just signed for 4 or 5 more years. So it's good. Something's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
But be careful what you wish for.
Right.
Because sometimes, you know, and let's go a little deeper, just for a little therapy. Both guys in their own sick world thinks, I can do it without him.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Right.
But the actuality of it, you probably can't. You need each other. That's why I said it's like a marriage. And I'm hoping that the other guys on the team, it doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
That's when you start to lose games.
I'm willing to bet if Favre and Holmgren had stayed together, they would have won another Super Bowl.
Oh, no question.
Holmgren splits up, and neither of them won a Super Bowl.
And see, that's the thing. You got to be careful what you ask for.
Right.
And, you know, neither guy was able to go on and win. Both guys were successful.
Yeah, right.
But they didn't ultimately get the ultimate goal. Right. But had they stayed together and understood it, you may have won more Super Bowls. I'd already be in the Hall of Fame, maybe, because I have 2 more championships. You know I got to bring it back to me.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think it's as bad as people think it is, but it is something that McCarthy says must get cleaned up.
Okay. Yeah. Let's address one other thing on offense before we move to defense, and that is Aaron Jones. You can't help but tell how explosive this guy is.
Yes.
Holmgren wanted to keep him, or Holmgren.
Yeah.
McCarthy wanted to keep him to about 12 carries, which is what he got. I don't know why he wanted to keep him to 12. You know, if the guy's hot, go with him, right?
Well, yes and no. He's not ready yet for full dosage. Because I still have a role. I have a role for Williams. I have a role for Montgomery, and I can sprinkle them in. You want him to be hitting on full cylinders by mid-season, going into a playoff run. Now, if you overdo it now, he's not big enough to take all these hits and be available for you.
Yeah,
and he has to, and he's been protecting better. I think this is one of his best games to protect. Because if Aaron's going to throw a lot, he's going to have to block. Or they're going to have to just send him out on routes all the time, and his guy follow him, and maybe that guy may not blitz. So I think they're using him correctly a little bit more. Next week this week against the Lions, you'll see him get a few more carries. I don't think I ever want to see him getting 25 carries and maybe 7, receptions. But he may get up to 20 carries, 18 carries. but the guy's averaging almost 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how much the offense is better when he's out there.
Yeah, and the threat of him changes a lot. I mean, Buffalo started to play, you know, they had their safeties back in the first half, and then once Jones started, you know, breaking things, they went to a single high.
And Aaron also said they need to get him more touches as well. So, and they'll begin to do that. But they got 3 guys with 3 different roles. I know what people are saying, Tom. Give him Jamal Williams carry and give him Montgomery's carries. But those guys have roles that when the weather changes, you need Jamal Williams. In the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I would not overlook Jamal Williams. He's a good player.
Yes.
I just think as you head into Detroit.
Yes.
And then you know, after the bye, you got San Francisco, but after the bye, you've got the Rams and New England. I'm wanting, if I'm them, the Packers, I want the opposition to be worrying about Aaron Jones by that point. That they're, you know.
Yep, I agree.
So we have to pick our poison between Rodgers and Aaron Jones.
Yep.
Okay, so you were extremely proud about the defense. I guess they shut them out or something like that?
Hey, man, you had a Kyle Fackrell sighting, something people have been waiting to see. 3 sacks. I mean, you really saw – anytime you can have 23 and 37 on the field, Tom, you have to be excited for young guys getting that kind of experience. You know, Kenny Clark, to me, has always been playing so good up front. And, you know, Blake Martinez really just took over the game in spots. That's the kind of defense that you need and that Pettit wants. He wants everybody to just get 11 guys to the ball, create turnovers, and just have fun out there and just go after the quarterback. And I know it's a rookie quarterback, but, hey, it's the same quarterback that had Minnesota on his heels, okay? So the Packers really got after him, and I really love the fact that, you know, you're seeing some of the usual suspects out there making plays, Clay Matthews, Nick Perry. These are the guys you're going to need if you want to get to the next level with this defense. Because some people say, well, why does this defense play terrible the first couple of weeks and now they're playing better?
Well,
the more and more these guys get used to each other, I think the better they're going to be.
I think we'll know more this week against Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
Better offense, better receivers.
Yep.
Played way better at home than they do on the road.
Yep.
I mean,
they beat New England at home.
Yeah. So,
and they could have beat Dallas, but for some reason, you know, when you're a losing culture, you find ways to lose games.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, Marvin Jones Jr., that kid always put up big numbers on the Packers.
Yeah, Golden Tate always hurts
and these guys. So it's going to be a shootout. But at the same time, you want this defense to defend somebody that throws the ball 35 times. Because people think right now the weakness of your team is your secondary. You got a lot of young guys, got a lot of veterans back there, and you've been giving up long passes up until just following week.
Right.
You didn't give up any, and you win the game.
Yeah.
So
one that we looked at.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get
but ultimately, I think they'll win the game. I
Okay.
think the Packers will win. It'll be a shootout because Detroit defense is still not very good. I think they'll win 31-28 on the road. And this is this will be a good road victory for the young guys to get under their belt before the meat of that schedule come. Because you're not going to play San Francisco with Garoppolo, so he's out.
Right.
But the Jared Goffs of the world, then you got Tom Brady and all this. You'll get a chance to see how good you really are, but it starts on the road in Detroit, so I think the Packers will win.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget to join us for X's and O's where we look at a couple of bad sacks or bad hits on Rodgers that we break down. So
yeah, they got to get that fixed.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next week.